Hey, what's happening, everybody? As you know, I have been talking for a while now about the fact that we are in a seller's market, which means you should be able to sell your home pretty easily for top dollar, right? You don't have much to do. It's really easy. Not necessarily. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that kill your chances of getting top dollar. Number one, not properly updating. If you have a house that hasn't been touched in quite some time, even if it's just painting, getting rid of paneling, or even updating the carpet, that can really hurt your chances of getting top dollar for your home. A lot of people don't realize that small, insignificant upgrades actually look like they cost a lot more money to a buyer when they're walking through a home. If there are two houses side by side that are identical on paper, but the only difference is one is more updated than the other, the less updated home is absolutely going to bring much less money. Unfortunately, maybe even a discount because of the fact that it's not updated the way it should be. Number two, zombie houses nearby. Okay, we're not talking about The Walking Dead here, obviously. Zombie houses is a term in the real estate industry that has to do with vacant, abandoned, dilapidated houses. If you've got a house in your neighborhood that's really close to yours, and it is just not looking so hot, it can actually impact the ability to get the most amount of money for your home as well. Number three, poor curb appeal. Does your house need painted? Are your gutters overflowing? Are there trees growing in your gutters? Maybe you haven't really gone and trimmed back the landscaping in a while. You get one chance to make a first impression, and curb appeal absolutely has to be taken care of for you to get top dollar at your house. A lot of times people won't even consider looking inside if the first home or the first photo they see of the outside looks terrible. Number four, overly personalized properties. I tell people all the time, this is your home. This is the place you live. You get to decorate it the way you want when you're living there. But as soon as you decide to make a move, it is no longer your home. It is a product that we are trying to sell. If you've got super personalized colors or decorations in your home, or you've got family pictures everywhere, we need to get that stuff taken care of. The more neutral you can make it, the more likely a buyer is going to be able to see that house as their home, which is what you want to get the most money. Number five, pools. Who doesn't love a pool? Well, statistically, there's a lot of people who actually don't want pools. You would not believe how many times I've been talking to buyers and they say, and oh, by the way, when you're searching for my home, I absolutely don't want anything with a pool. The problem is pools take a lot of maintenance. There's a lot of utilities that are involved with it. There's a lot of cost of filling them up and everything else. So there are plenty of people who won't consider your property if you have a pool. Number six, koi ponds. Again, this sounds like something that would be a no-brainer that everyone would love. But they're another thing that are going to take a lot of maintenance and a lot of work to maintain to make sure that they look good at all times. Not only that, if you have a koi pond and you have showings coming, make sure you have it clean. There's nothing worse than a nasty, dirty koi pond when somebody comes by to take a look at a property, because that automatically sends a signal in their mind that it's going to be difficult to keep them clean moving forward. Number seven, high traffic. Now this is really one that you can't influence or change or do much about. But if you live in an area that has high traffic count or lots of cars at certain times of days, that may actually impact your value compared to another home that's exactly the same as yours that might be on a quieter street. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about this one, but just realize that traffic could absolutely keep you from getting top dollar on your home. Number eight, noise pollution. Now here in Evansville, Indiana, the number one thing that I think of noise pollution is the airport. Here's the thing, in the state of Indiana, we are legally required to disclose whether or not the property is within 1 mile of the airport. Now here's the thing, most people, once they live in the property for a while, they forget they even have the airport nearby. Maybe there's a train track that could cause issues as well. These aren't necessarily things that are going to be issues in the long run, but if people haven't lived by something that's loud and noisy for a long period of time, it's really going to have a negative impact on the valuation in their mind at times. Number 9, odors. That could be pet odors, that could be trash that needs to be taken out. It could be food that you cooked before somebody came and looked at the property. Odors absolutely impact the value perceived by the buyer walking through your home. The olfactory sense is the strongest sense tied to memory as well. So if they walk in and they kind of love the house, but they thought it smelled terrible, that's going to be the number one memory they have about your house when they think back about that one. And number 10, a poor layout. Now, once again, sometimes there's not a whole lot that you can do about this one, but if you've got a layout that you made kind of personalized for yourself, moved around some bedrooms, maybe opened up some walls to take out a bedroom, that may actually impact you more negatively than you think. Square footage is great. A lot of people want a lot of space. But if it's not usable for what they see themselves using as their personal home, it's probably not going to end up bringing you the money that you're expecting. Thank you for checking out this episode on things that can kill your chances of getting top dollar. If you're thinking of selling and you want some strategies to make sure that you can get the most money in the shortest amount of time, give us a shout.